Welcome back to the continuing story of Elias and Jonah. A Very Present Help is the second story following Never Alone. I hope you enjoy. The sky turned dark in the late afternoon, long before night. Wind pressed against the windows, and the first clack of thunder rattled the picture frames on the wall. Elias closed his book and looked out the window. Water drops began to splat on the walkway. The forecast had predicted a thunderstorm, and for once, they had called it right. Jonah lifted his head from the rug. His ears twitched, and he let out a low, uneasy whine. "Easy now," Elias murmured. This was the first thunderstorm since Jonah had come to live with him. He didn't know how Jonah fared with storms. The situation really hadn't crossed his mind. Another thunderclap rattled the windows. Jonah stood, shaky in the joints. He walked over and pressed his muzzle into Elias's knee, still shaking and panting. Heartbreaking. Elias sighed softly. "All right. Come on then." He stepped away from the window and positioned himself on the rug where Jonah liked to lie. The old dog leaned into him, warm and solid. His breaths slowed a bit, but he still trembled. As the storm growled outside, the rain intensity picked up, hitting the window in sheets. Elias reached for the remote control to turn on some background music. Soothing instrumental hymnals played softly. Adjusting his back against the chair for support, he patted his thigh. The scared old dog laid down and cozied his head into his lap, pressing in closer than he had ever done before. Elias reached for the worn Bible on the table, the one with the cracked spine and pages softened by years of turning. He opened it, turning it to an old favorite that seemed fitting right now. His voice quiet but steady, he began reading Psalms 46. "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be moved, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea." As Elias read on, and the music played, Jonah's breath eased. His body relaxed against Elias's side, and tension melting out of him with each word. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. Lightning flashed. Jonah didn't flinch this time. He simply sighed. Elias rested a hand on Jonah's back. "You're okay, oh boy. We're okay." The storm raged on, and Elias went back to reading. "Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge." By the time Elias had finished the beloved Psalms, the thunder had finally softened into the distant rumbling. Jonah lifted his head and nudged Elias's cheek, as if to say thank you. Elias chuckled. Don't mention it, oh friend. He stood slowly, knees protesting, and Jonah followed him back to the chair. Elias sat back down, and Jonah curled at his feet, already drifting to sleep.